Hello, everyone. This is Nitu Chandra Taekwondo, and I'm on School of Hollywood.
Hi, this is Steve Owens, and welcome to the School of Hollywood. Excited to have you here. You originally are from India, and you've also studied and perfected the art of martial arts, which we're going to get into. But you have some background with the MBA. Tell us what that's about.
Thank you, Steve. Been a basketball player since my childhood. When NBA came to India, there were very few Bollywood actors who were playing basketball, and I feel that basketball is a family game. In a family, when you have coordination, respect for each other, values, and you understand each other, then the family is totally perfect and it wins over everything. And same goes in basketball. So I always say basketball is all about coordination, cooperation, knowing each other. And when NBA came in there, and then I really wanted to be associated with NBA. I've been watching all the games since all of us have watched it since our childhood, and I met the NBA head. I started. They said they want to promote NBA in India. It's like fantastic. This could be the best thing ever happened to India, that NBA is in India, and they would promote the players, and they're really, really good players in India. And since then, it's been almost 9 years that I have been promoting NBA in India and associating with them. And 2018, when they came to India, I was there on the 5th of October, and I was watching everything. So I think NBA is doing a great job in India, and the way basketball has grown up, I'm just so proud of it.
So, how old were you when you decided that you wanted to get into acting?
Well, it is my destiny, I guess. I never planned anything. I was around 15 and a half. Then my father met with an accident, and he lost his memory for 2 years, and he was in coma and all of it. So we were in school that time, and like any other student, we were given these little jobs of how students work in um, for summer holidays and things like that, where I started throwing flyers and pamphlets for a lot of events and campaigns happening, and I was paid $2 or $3 like a student. I kept doing that, and then I was a sports girl since my childhood. So these things got together, where I was on the cover of a sports magazine from school, since I've been a sports champion from school. And that time, on these flyers and all, they said they saw my picture. The people from these companies, they saw my picture without makeup, nothing, and they said, "Would you do the cover of a magazine? We are working on teenagers and stuff." I was like, "Well, I don't know even the meaning of modeling or anything." And that's how they started. They said, "Don't worry about it. We will teach you. This is how we're going to do, and you will be paid 5,000 rupees." I was like, 5,000 rupees? Okay, wait. So I can pay my school fees, I can pay my hostel fees, I can pay my brother's fees. I will do it. And they kept guiding me, and I kept doing it, because in my family, nobody had ever even thought of being into acting, modeling, anything. So that's how I started. And from one to another to another, people really liked my work, my face, and I kept working.
Well, your face is absolutely gorgeous, and camera absolutely loves you. But your career took a different path than most Bollywood actresses, and you got into the martial arts, and you are one bad girl. Four Dan black belt, my hero.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yes, I am. And I'm very proud of it. I think since you are a martial artist, Steve, that when you train in any form of martial arts, it's all about, strengthening your mental, health. You keep working towards your mental health more than, actually, even more than your physical health, because physically people keep doing different things, which is great. But as a martial artist, you really work towards your mental health. And this is what happened to me. Because I'm a martial artist, I think today the credit is to martial arts, that I am mentally strong to be here and to be rejected from a lot of, lot of projects I've been rejected. One of the reasons that I'm here is because of that too.
That is awesome. Who was your inspiration in martial arts?
Well, I watched all Bruce Lee's movies, and then recently, I have been watching a lot of other female actors who I think they are fantastic, and I really envy Jennifer Lawrence, and I love her. Envy in the sense I'm like, oh my God, it's such a young age. She's doing such great action. I'm like, she inspires me and I aspire to do movies like her. And I think she's fantastic, a very sensitive person. I think she's beautiful every way. And as a person also, I feel she's amazing. That's why she could perform the way she could.
As you were talking about, yes, I did study martial arts, and my first sensei was Master Chung, who is the head of the Taekwondo Association, which you're involved with. And I remember at the time when I was studying with him, the Karate Kid came out, and they were doing the wax on, wax off, and all I was doing was hitting the bag over and over and over. And then finally one day I said, when can I do something other than hit the bag? He said, all right, hit me. And before I got one punch out, I had about 28 that were on me. He said, now go back and practice on the bag. And I learned the respect from that particular moment in the martial arts. Have you ever had any experiences similar to that where you're just like, come on, give me something, more to do?
Yes. So I've been brought up among 9 brothers. I come from a joint family. I come from a middle class joint family. My grandparents, then my 4 uncles, my 2 aunts, and everybody has 2 kids, 3 kids. So totally I've been brought up among 34 people, 9 brothers around me. So basically in my family, it's mostly boys. And if you literally, if you've been brought up with boys, you literally become like a tomboy, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do this, and my brother can do it, I can also do it. So that's the way I have always been. So in my sports class, in my Taekwondo class, since I was a sports girl, I would not want to fight with girls. I'm like, nah, girls always make excuses, and if you touch them, they're like, oh, I'm getting hurt. I want to fight with boys. And my teacher would always say, just practice your kicks on the kicking bag or pad, somebody's holding for you. Just kick it. I was like, no, I don't want to fight with girls. I don't want to do it. No. And they're like, okay, what do you want to do? I said, fight with boys only. And I was literally, I had to fight with boys, because if I decide to do something, I will do it. So I'm like, I have to fight with boys. And my teacher, Ashok sir, he would put me into a whole fight where only boys are fighting, and I would not say anything as if I've never got hurt. I was getting hurt so bad, and I was like, I don't care. No, I didn't get hurt. And by the end of the day, I'm like, oh God, Mom, I'm hurt, Dad. But then I realized that made me really, really strong. And till date, all the guys who have really beaten up and they have beaten me, I would always say, remember, you lost. Don't forget.
So what is your strongest point? Your punches or your kicks?
I specialize in kicks, so I have 180-degree stretch. I have axe kick, which is my favorite. I believe in knocking out, and I don't believe in being in the 3 rounds in the arena. You better do a axe kick on the face and let's go home. That's it. So that's what I love.
Fantastic. If you could fight in the ring, anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh my God. I'm a very nice, soft person, Steve. I don't want to fight anyone. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that question.
Okay.
In personal life, I'm not a fighter. I'm very, very sweet, down to earth, simple person. It's only when it comes to competition or my profession, I would do that.
Well, for me, it would be Bruce Lee, so I could say Bruce Lee kicked my butt.
So in that answer, I can see The Rock, and I would want him to really hit me, and I'll say, The Rock had to hit me. I love him. I think he's fantastic.
So you just did a new film called Never Back Down. Tell me the story about it and your character.
Never Back Down is the newest film of the Never Back Down franchise by Sony Motion Pictures. And this is called Never Back Down Revolt. I played Jaya. Jaya is a very cold, brutal champion of the dungeon where, girls are abducted and thrown in there. And if you want to survive, you need to fight. That's the one liner. It's underground fighting. And if the one who loses are sold to the Albanians, whoever comes new has to fight me. And I'm also fighting to save the life of my friend who is very weak. So I always try to represent her and stand with her and let her not fight so that she doesn't lose and is sold. So this is what my story is.
When you were in the fights, were they actual martial artists or were they stunt players that were going against you?
Nobody did any stunt for me.
No. I mean, the other people. Were they stunt actors or were they real fighters that you were getting in the ring with?
There were a few stunt girls also in the movie, but there were real actors who trained themselves and they were there.
Do you find it difficult in a fight scene in a movie where somebody's not at the same level as you, that they may not be able to pull the punch as well as you?
Competition fighting and acting fighting are two different things, totally. Like you're literally not hitting them, or there's something called a reaction and all of it. And nobody will know it more than Michael Bisping, because world champion and everything, and he's in the movie. So I personally feel that it becomes a little difficult when people are not, but in this movie, everybody was trained by Tim Mann, and we were able to pull off a lot of really serious fighting scenes very easily.
What advice would you give somebody who's 11 years old, say 12, somewhere around that age, about getting into martial arts?
Go learn it. You will never regret it. Girl or a guy, guys, it is such an amazing art form. You must learn it because this is going to help you in the future, no matter what profession you choose. Never giving up attitude, your responsibility, discipline, success, everything, because it will make you stand with your own self. People will come and go in your life, but the only person who matters and who should stand with you is you yourself, and martial arts teaches you that.
I love that. So what's in store for you next?
I'm just thinking, can I talk about it?
Sure, we won't tell.
Don't tell anyone.
If you're under NDA, you don't have to.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's taken too much for me to reach till here. I want to be politically correct. But I'm reading 2 martial arts films, like 2 action movies actually, and 1 horror movie. Since I'm also a theater artist, I could do, I love drama as well. So this movie is drama and action. Like, it's just not action, a lot of drama and action both. So these are the 3 projects I'm reading right now. And 2 of my Bollywood projects are ready to release. I don't know when will it release, but should be soon.
So where can people find you on social media?
My spelling is changed now. If you Google it, they say Neetu and then Chandra Srivastava. But I have for once put my legal name, which is on my passport, my visa, my bank account, and my father gave me that name. I don't know how it changed, my spelling changed, so I put it back. It's NITUCHANDRA and Srivastavas. And it is blue tick, you will find me. I trust me. And I'll tell you why. Also, Steve, I lost my dad to cancer. So I've been working with Cancer Patients AIDS Association for almost 11 years since I started my career. My father's last name was Srivastava. And last year I was reading his diary. And he said, I don't know why I need to remove Srivastava. That is our family honor. And I felt so bad because it was such a long name. I didn't know how to keep telling everyone. But then I said, no matter what, even though it's a long name, it's my father's family name, and I added it back. So now it's become Nitu Chandra Srivastava, honoring my father.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
And that is a great way to end it for today in the School of Hollywood interview here.
Thank you so much, Steve.